outstanding balance, but it wasn't doing what it wasn't indicating that. So it raised a lot of concerns on my side. That's why I said, let me call for assistance from the expert himself.
Okay.
And when we try to look at this question, it is question 1.
Okay.
Question 1. It is there. And it goes, BPSM Limited has been awarded a tender to supply IT equipment to MOBS for the next 5 years. So, unfortunately, the company is not in position to raise the necessary funds. And they were saying that the only way, all sorts of funds available for the company is a bank loan. The company financial manager has proposed that they go for a loan of 80 million to be paid back in a period of 5 years at an annual interest rate of 18.5%. So the first question goes that determine the monthly interest that will be charged on the loan. So from what the knowledge I got from this topic itself, you first have to remove or analyze the question, remove the requirements by saying details. So from there, we look at the loan amount, how much this banker is giving us. And now the financial manager wants 80 million, which we are going to write it there. Oh, sorry. Let me first delete this loan amount. So the loan amount is 80 million. So from there we have the period. Period is 5 years. We have our interest, which is 18.5%. So from there, we shall have what we call the periodic payment.
Okay, so before you get to the periodic payment,
yes,
well, if you read the question very well, Adrian, they are now requiring us to determine the monthly interest that will be charged on the loan, right? So meaning, if I were you and I was attempting this, I would have the first interest as annual interest, and then just below it, I calculate another interest, which I'm going to call the monthly interest. Are we together?
Yes,
so
sir.
Just below it, you can just say monthly interest, just there. Monthly interest.
Yes, sir.
So when you do your monthly interest, then you calculate it. If they're charging you 18.5% per year, what do you think, or how do you think we can get the monthly interest?
If it is 18.5 per year, what we are going to do, we are going to say 18.5 because the year has 12 months. So we shall say 18.5 divided by 100, we get that, then we divide by 12, the months.
You're going to get
18.5% divided by 12.
18% divided by 12.
12.
Yes. So just get 18% divided by 12 for you to get the monthly interest.
So it's this divide by 12, which is 0. That.
Which is 0. That, yes.
Yes, sir.
But also, now the periods. Remember, we are going to calculate the monthly periodic payments. But the periods we have are annually, they're 5 years. So we need to convert the 5 years into months. Are we together? So how many months are in 5 years? For us to get the number of periods that are in 5 years, how many months are they?
There are 12.
There are 12.
Yes, sir.
There are 12 months in five years. They are 5 times 12, right? So what?
Yeah, 5 times 12, true.
Yes. So you can as well as just add another column, right? And you say monthly period, if that's okay, or monthly period, depending on how you want to achieve it. So you can just call it monthly periods. Or period. So you're going to calculate it from the next field.
So it is 5. Oh.
So there are 60 periods. So you go ahead and now calculate the PMT, which will be the installment paid every month. Are we together?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So you calculate it. Periodic payment, or you can just call it PMT. You select the rate. What rate are you selecting? Because remember, we are calculating the monthly installment. So we select the monthly interest rate. So you select that. Yes. And you fix. Don't forget to fix. First, remove the comma and then fix.
Then times this.
Yes, fix.
Then by the loan amount. Do I put a negative here, or I just?
It is a negative because you borrowed the money and you have to pay it back. If you don't put a negative, your answer will be in negative. So we need to eliminate the negative so to get a positive answer. And you also fix. You fix and you close. So every month, we shall be having to pay 2 million. So you go very fast down and you create your schedule.
So it means that in the schedule, I have also to include monthly interest and then the monthly periods.
In the schedule, you do it how it's supposed to be. First, put all those titles. You have your period. You have your periodic payment. There's a PMT. You change them later. You have your interest. You can just say int. Okay, interest. You have your accumulated interest. Then you have your principal. You have your accumulated principal. And lastly, we have
the outstanding balance.
You can just say OB. Okay. Outstanding balance. OB.
Okay.
So go to the period, start from 0, because the question requires us to carry out a complete loan amortization schedule to find out the interest that will be paid at the end of the period. But remember, we are looking at monthly things. So meaning we're going to have our periods in monthly arrangement, isn't it?
Yes.
We want to know every month how much money are they going to be deducting from my account to pay back the loan. So you do 1 up to 60. But remember our trick of copying, because we don't have time. You can just highlight those. Just highlight from 0 up to 1. No. You the easiest way, there's going to just copy 1. The easiest way, highlight those first 3 things you have done. You put like 1, 2, 3, and then highlight. Just let go and undo. Scroll back up. Okay. Put there 1. Highlight. Just select from 0 up to 2. Select from 0 up to 2. Yes. Highlight. Not copying the formula. Just selecting, highlighting. You know how highlighting? Yes. Just highlight. Drag down. From 2 up to 2. First select up to 2. Edwin.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? First select up to 2. First highlight from 0 up to 2. Just highlighting, yes, up to 2. Up to 2, yes. Now copy the formula. Point at that pen icon and copy the formula up to 60. Now copy.
Here.
Yes. And you see, as you're dragging down, you can drag. As you're dragging down, you see to even start counting for you. You drag. Click and drag down. As you drag it down, to start counting for you. So you drag until when you see a 60 at the end of the cursor. So it becomes easier. So you don't have to guess until when you see a 60.
It's there.
So you can let go. So you have up to your 60. That is the easiest way.
Okay,
so you go back
thank you.
We go to PMT.
So the periodic payment here, it is.
There's no periodic payment in 0. There's no periodic payment at period 0.
But here we don't have, but we have here under the outstanding balance.
Yes, because you took the loan in your first period, in your 0 period, and you have to pay it back. Just click on the loan. Just click on the loan amount. Scroll up. You can just scroll up. You don't have a mouse?
I don't have a mouse.
Okay. You don't have to calculate it again. Just equals, you already calculated it up there and fix it.
This one?
Yes, you already calculated it, so you don't have to calculate again. But you have not fixed, you get errors. Remember, things you need to fix, make sure you fix them, because it's not going to change.
The PMT, you have to fix it.
Yes. Because it's not going to change. Every month you're going to be paying that amount of money, isn't it? Just double click on the just double click. The formula will come and you press F4. And hit enter. Interest, you know how to calculate, equals.
The interest rate times the outstanding balance.
Yep.
So here I'm going to take this one.
You fix. You first fix, remove the times, because the interest is not going to change. And if you don't fix, you get errors. So just understand where you need to fix so that you always fix there. Then times outstanding balance. So that is the interest. Then accumulated interest, you know how to get it.
Yeah, that one.
Close the brackets, select one of them and fix. Very good. Principal, you know how to get it.
The periodic payment minus the interest charged.
Yeah.
Then outstanding balance, it is the loan amount or the one for the previous year minus the principal.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then select everything and copy the formula down across.
I highlight.
Highlight. Go to the end. Now, the easiest way to copy, if there are too many, you can just double click. Just double click from there. And then it will copy. Make it bigger. Make this one for accumulated principal bigger. Have you got that trick? Just double click
Yes,
at the
sir.
end. So you scroll down. Are the numbers still different? At the end of the period, the balance is
0.
And the accumulated principal amounts to 80 million, which you borrowed. So we are trying to say, yeah, so you have determined the monthly interest. You have carried out a complete amortization schedule. You have also determined the periodic payment amount that will service the loan, the PMT. You have determined it already. And what will be the total interest at the end of the period? You have determined the total interest. The total interest is the accumulated interest, right? You have also determined it. So, and you have your max. If it is
when the question says what will be the total interest is the same as accumulated interest. You don't need again to add up the interest.
No, you don't. Either way, let me ask you for permission. A request for permission. You're going to see something on your screen. You allow.
Okay, sir.
Have you allowed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm saying, let me just make this bigger. As you can see here on the screen, let me hide this ribbon. You will unhide it yourself. As you see here on the screen, right? On the interest. If we are to sum up everything here and get the total, sorry. It's a bit slow this side. And we get the total here. Right? Let me just do the sum. As you notice, this amount of money is the same
as the one for accumulated interest.
Because accumulated means we are going to keep adding on until the last interest. That is what accumulating means. That's why you have you keep accumulating. You keep accumulating until the last one. So this is the total interest, right?
Yes, sir.
So as a brilliant student, you can just say the total. You can just say here. You can just maybe have a summary, just to summarize what you have done. The question was requiring you to state what? The question was requiring you to determine the monthly interest that will be paid. That one already did. Carry out the complete we have done. Determine the periodic month payments. We also did. So determine the total interest. So you can just say total interest here. Maybe say total interest, right? Total interest, and then here you just say it is equal. It is equal to this. Just full stop to the total accumulated principal, right?
Yes, sir.
You design your table, put their borders and everything, and then you're good to go. But basically, that is what the question was requiring, and that is what they wanted you to do. Now, I don't know if you have any questions, but I hope I've been of help. I have a journey early tomorrow morning. I'm heading to Mali. So I want to wrap up some of the things I'm finishing up here and get
okay, Wambi. Thank you, sir, very much. You see, I've been getting confusion when I was just taking the period as the whole of it. I was just getting 5, and then I multiply. I wasn't converting it into monthly.
You need to understand the question very well. If it is annual, then you are going to be dealing with years. If it is monthly, then you are dealing with months. If it is weekly, you are dealing with weeks.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I will share this video for some of the colleagues who are still having issues. I've been recording it so that they can learn from what you